I get that, Ian. Say it one more time for me. These three rungs, which are rungs number...
These three rungs, which is 6, 7 and 8,
Okay.
are the stop circuit. If the stop is not in, we need to determine what is wrong with these three rungs. If the drive stop is not on, you need to determine which drive is not letting us have a drive stop.
And you can do that by going up into the individual drive.
Well, you just got to scroll up,
Just scroll up, right?
because
They're there.
this is drive 20, and it goes on and on and on.
The whole press.
Yeah. So the drive, if it's not active, and it ignores that. If it is active, it has to go through that, and you have to have the complete run in that little.
Gotcha.
That's how it works.
So like this one is active, but it doesn't have a complete rung, so that's a problem.
No, it's not a problem. That's not active.
Oh, that's not active.
So it's bypassed.
This one is active?
Yeah, that's active. So it has to have the
Okay.
functions in. That's bypassed. If you've got that
Then-
green,
then-
it bypasses the rest.
Okay.
Can you scroll down to the bottom again to these three rungs? Just for a second.
That one?
No.
No, to the summary. That.
Mike, is that my water back there?
Is that it?
Or is that yours?
There's the three
I
lines.
think that's mine.
Yeah.
Or it might have been yours. Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
No, I think that's mine.
Oh, go ahead. All right. Well, I don't want to soft spit with you, so
No,
let's...
I don't really either. Okay, one more time.
So that's that. Right, let's go on a bit little further. So, further down, this is where we start the thing. So we have to have a ready,
Right.
and then when we do the ready, we can then press the inch button, and that rings the bell. But it won't let you run it if you haven't got a stop, if you've got no stop. So although it'll let you ring the bell, it won't actually let you bring in the contactor. That's what that does. And then we go down to, there's the repeat timer, which is the 4 seconds, which the pressman can press the button during the inch. And that's where, when we're inching, we can press the inch and faster button, because we're in inch mode, and it'll then go into the crawl mode and latch. That's what that does. Now, once we're in the crawl mode, we can run. Inch or crawl, we can run. This here, if you then get a stop, will generate a E-stop, and that will de-accelerate the drive until it reaches still and pull the contactors out. Because it's an active driven system, so therefore you have to have power on to bring it to rest. Otherwise it just takes forever to stop. So most of this stuff is fairly straightforward. And this code in here, this is not its first outing, it's been on many other sites, so it's pretty solid. We're not in guinea pig mode.
So like when you go to the next place, you would pretty much just start with this generically and just modify it,
We're not going to do this next one.
right?
The master will more or less be the same,
Right.
except it's got a different number of drives. It'll work the same. We don't tend to. No, the next bit I'm going to show you is the contactors.
Now is this the main contactor in the drive?
Yeah, so this detects that they're supposed to be in the right place. In other words, when it's on, it's supposed to be on, and when it's off, it's supposed to be on. Otherwise, you get a contactor fault.
So you have a feedback from the contactors.
Yes, there's a closed signal, and that's what that's doing. So we've actually asked it to come on, and it hasn't. or it's not supposed to be on, and it is. That's a contact to state error. Makes sense?
Yeah, we're still in the same. We're still in the same drawing we were in.
Yeah.
Same sheet we were in
Yeah.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah. There's a lot of it. So once we've done all that, we're nearly there with this, really, because that's all it does. It looks a lot. It's fairly straightforward. You could do this with relays. So this is detecting that all the contactors that we've asked to be closed have closed. So we've told the contactors to close, and you can see you've got, if they're not active, it ignores them once. So if we was to start the drive, we would expect on here to have 13, 16 folder drive. We'd expect them to close, to give that run, to say that the contactors for this press that we're using today is closed. Once we do that, and we've got all our contactors shut, we can then tell the drives to start. So this will tell us this is we're looking for PowerFlex drives. This will tell us which ones are there. So we know that we've got these ones, which we just talked about, 13 and 16 unfolded contactor. So when we've closed our contactors, we will then run the drive. That's what it does. And there's one for the FinCore, which will tell it to run the FinCore drive, which is a FinCore start thing. And then there's this for the motors, just checks the motors are happy. If we've got a fault code which will appear, it will tell you what it is on the drive itself, as well on the HMI. And that's it. That is it.
So that sheet? Okay.